Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Mary and I give you an extra warm welcome. I would love it if you grabbed a snack, stayed for a while and click the subscribe button. I would love to have you. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you more than you know. So as you could tell by the title of the video, we are going to try out some new RCMA products. They just came out with a cream bronzer and a cream highlight, and also my Kevyn Aucoin contrast stick. So it's a contour pretty much in a stick from Kevyn Aucoin came in. If you saw my review of the new Kevyn Aucoin blush and contour stick, then you already know the story behind that. But these are the main items that I'm going to focus on for this video, and I'm super excited. I do feel like RCMA is a good brand that doesn't really get talked about quite a lot, and I have tried almost every release they've done in the past 2 years. I want to say they don't release often, which is really nice. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started with this video. Okay, let me pull my hair back. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom still.
Wedding is done.
Family is gone, but I have not had a chance to get the house back in order. I do have a mattress, a king mattress, no, queen, in the room that was my beauty space pretty much. I haven't attempted getting that out of the room on my own with all 3 children here. Hubby is back at work. I'm just making it work whatever way I can. I do have a big window here that gives me lots of great natural light, which is, gosh, my hair's not cooperating. Great. And I'm ecstatic that I'm able to make it work. So if you see, I kind of cleaned up. Apologies. I feel like the lighting's good, which makes me happy, and that's honestly, for me personally, the most important part rather than like background. Okay, I did go into the RCMA foundation and concealer. I cannot remember if these or the powder were launched first. I think last year Tati Westbrook talked about these and said she really enjoyed, or at least she talked about the foundation itself. Said it was her favorite and whatnot. I haven't heard her talk about it since. I don't even know if she still uses it. Honestly, I don't really watch her videos as avidly as I used to. This is a really good formula if you are somebody who enjoys medium to full coverage. These are it. They honestly are. The main thing that I personally have an issue with is they break up in the bottle really fast. This one, I did shake it, but I don't know if you could see it's separating, and that happens within a couple of days. It's not like it's been sitting there. Like, it happens within a day or 2 that it starts breaking up like that. It worked fine when I pumped my products out. Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe if I worked in like a lab with cosmetics, I would know, but it's what I have on right now, both the foundation and concealer. Concealer, a little goes a long way, so it's definitely full coverage. N30 is the shade I have for the concealer, and N230 is what I have for the foundation. I definitely feel like they are more of my winter shade than my summer shade, but let's get started with these bad boys right here. All right, I feel like I have so much to say. I have not filmed in, I think, about a week and a half. Okay, so these new RCMA products. I enjoy RCMA. I feel like people think it's a brand that's kind of geared more towards makeup artists, but they have recently been launching items that appeal to the regular consumer like you or myself. So the Beach Day Cream to Powder Bronzer and the Summer Lights Illuminating Balm, they both retail for $24. And I enjoy that price range, and you might think that might be a lot for how tiny these are. But for me, since I have such a big collection, it makes sense. It really does, because I don't need a huge component. I'm not going to go through it. So here's what the outer packaging looks like. I do enjoy it. Beach Day Bronzer. I picked up the shade Catalina, and I believe it's the second to lightest shade. Here is what it looks like. I haven't even swatched this. It's like it's a fairly small component, and here is what the shade looks like. I'm excited. I'm super excited. here is what's the component for the illuminator. And the main reason I was really intrigued by this item is because it reminds me of the Chanel that they launched. It's been what now, 6 to 8 months, and it still hasn't come to the US. So I figured this would kind of take that tickle of me wanting the Chanel out of the way. Same component. Yeah, the letters are the same color. I wish that the letters were different, like color wise. Daybreak is the shade I got for the illuminator, and that's what it looks like. I'm so excited. So excited. Okay, so for the bronzer, it seems like there is, unfortunately, only 3 shades available. It has a 6-month shelf life. Oh wow. And it was made in the USA with imported and domestic parts. For the illuminator, 24-month shelf life. Also made in the USA with imported domestic parts. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the bronzer. The innovative Beach Day bronzer formula seamlessly blends into the skin, transforming from a velvety cream to a silky powder finish. The ultra smooth texture ensures effortless application, allowing you to achieve a natural looking sun-kissed radiance in moments. The finish is long lasting and sweat resistant, ensuring your beautiful bronzed look stays put all day and night. Okay, so Catalina, it's the Fair to Light is the one that I got, and then Santa Monica, which is for medium to tan, and then Malibu, which is the deep rich terracotta bronze. I'm thinking the light one looked dark enough, and that's why I went for that one. Okay, and now for the Summer Lights Illuminating Balm. Only 2 shades. Daybreak, which looks like a silvery, like rosy, cool undertone. Sunset, which looks like maybe has a tiny bit more of a bronze look to it, but still a little bit cool tone. The Summer Lights Illuminating Balms are a lightweight, ultra smooth balm, applies seamlessly and can be used anywhere on the face or body to achieve a natural looking radiance in moments. The finish is long lasting and sweat resistant, so your glow stays put all day or night. So Daybreak is described as a soft champagne with a touch of peach. Sunset, soft rose gold with a touch of warm bronze. I am going to apply the Kevyn Aucoin first, and then we'll jump into the RCMA products. Okay, before we go into the RCMA, like I mentioned, I'm going to use my Kevyn Aucoin contrast stick. So if you've seen my review, then you know that I accidentally purchased the darkest shade that they have to offer out of the 4. What was I thinking? I was not.
I am a tired mama.
But all of the chaos is done, and now it's just catching up and whatnot. I purchased, like I said, my correct shade. I did gift the other one to my sister. I have 4 sisters, for those of you who don't know, and all of our shade ranges honestly vary. The youngest is who I gifted it to, and in the summer she does get pretty dark, so it actually worked pretty great. I also feel that this formula is one that you can build, and even during winter I think she could still definitely make it work. Tone, which is the second to lightest shade that I purchased. I'm going to swatch it for you because I'm not sure if I think this is an actual like contour shade. This is the Westman Atelier and is it Butter and Biscuit? This one pulls like a contour on me. See how I would say maybe it's a little bit more on the neutral side than actually a contour, but I've been using it as a contour and it's been working okay. And then I pulled out one of my bronzer sticks. This is Bondi Bay from Nude Sticks. So I wouldn't say warm, but I would definitely like it to be a tiny bit more on the cool tone side. And I feel like when it comes to contour sticks, it's just so hard to actually find a contour stick unless you're like on the light side of things. But let me apply this as my contour, even though, like, see, even once I put it on, I think it's more of a bronzing shade, which sucks because I was looking for a true contour, and it seems like once companies get to like the light medium to tan, they just kind of don't know what to do. This is the sheer buffer from Sonia G, and I have really been loving this formula. I think the brand itself did a great job with the formula. It's a beautiful one. Okay, so that's what the
contrast stick
looks like. Okay, so now the RCMA product. I feel like I'm talking a lot. Apology. Okay, so this is supposed to be the lightest shade out of the 3 that they have to offer. Ooh, feels very smooth. Okay, so far I'm liking the way it feels. I'm going to swatch it right. Oh, okay, what does this remind me of? It is so soft, and it does turn from like almost cream gel like to powder. Okay, so we're gonna apply this. I think I'm gonna use my fingers. Let's do one side and then we'll do the other side. I'm liking this, and I feel like it looks darker in the pan than it looks on my actual skin. BK Beauty 111. Ooh, it has a little bit of a like pink red undertone. I want to say it's reminding me a tiny bit of the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. That blended out beautifully. Okay, so this is the side with the contour and the RCMA cream bronzer. It blended out really nice, very seamlessly. It looks patchy, but it's not. This cheek always gives me issues, but I feel it looks very natural. Do you see the pinky? Yeah, it's like a pink undertone. I hope you can see it. But it looks really nice, very natural on here. I think I'm good with the shade I picked. I feel like if I would have picked the medium shade from the 3, I would have had to tread softly. And this one, I can just build it up, and it is a pretty buildable formula. I would say it's a tiny bit on like the sheer side, but not in a bad way. That is so pretty, isn't it? Okay, let me finish off the other side. Okay, FYI, I'm not powdered because I do have the RCMA powders that they have to offer, at least some of them. I don't know if there's other formulas, but I do have RCMA powders. Okay, so now we're going to jump into the Summer Lights Illuminator. Again, the main reason I purchased this is because it just intrigues me, like the Chanel that unfortunately is not available in the US yet. So I figured, let me just purchase this one, and then when the Chanel one is available, maybe I'll go ahead and skip it. I am going to apply this right now before I go in with powder, and then I'll also attempt to apply it after powder. But first, let me put on some cream blush. I'm going to jump into the Kevyn Aucoin, and I don't know if you could tell, but I've definitely been enjoying this. It's a really good formula, honestly. Okay, so this is the Sephora 99, and this blush is so pretty. Yeah, I love it. I actually ended up using this on my wedding day. Okay, I hope you can see how beautiful my skin is looking. It looks like my skin. The Illuminator from RCMA, and it was described as a, ooh. Feels a tiny bit on the greasy side. Ooh, but it is blending very nicely. It's not it's reminding me of a cream form of the Westman Atelier Super Loaded liquid. Okay, if you've been here for a minute, you already know that my favorite cream and liquid brush is from BK Beauty. It's the 113. So I'm going to use this to apply. I might have put too much, so let me tap it on the back of my hand. It's a very pretty shade. It said, I don't know if I see any peach. I see more rosy, like a cool tone rosy, right? It's a very beautiful, beautiful tone for my skin, I feel. I wish they would have come out with more than just 2 shades. I don't know. Very beautiful glow. Gives you that wet effect. Okay, pretty. It is very lightweight. And we're gonna see how it works on top of powder once I powder. Okay, so now we're going to jump in to some powders from RCMA. I can't remember if these were released before the foundation and concealer or after, but I purchased the foundation and concealer when that was launched, and then when they launched powders, I also went ahead and purchased those. There should be a review up on my channel. They actually are pretty good powders. So they came out with a compact, a pressed powder, and I can't remember if it's the pressed powder where they have the 4 different shades or if it's the loose powder, but one of them has 4 different shades. Translucent, this one which I got, which is amber, a pink one, and then one for your tan, medium to tan to dark complexions. This is the Premier pressed powder in amber, like I said, and I'm sure you can see, at least I hope you can, it's been well loved because I do enjoy this powder. I think it's a good one. They did a phenomenal job with that. And then also the loose powder. This is the Premier loose powder in amber. I went ahead and got the same shade for both, and it has a little mesh. Both of these, like I already said, amazing. So I think I'm going to use the pressed powder for my under eyes very lightly because since it does have pigment, it can really darken up my under eyes. And then I'll use the loose powder for the rest of my face. Okay, powder is on, and as you can see, at least I hope you can, it does look pretty seamless, doesn't it? Now for the RCMA foundation and concealer, I did go in with a sponge because for my personal taste, I feel like when you use a brush, it almost looks a little bit more on the makeup-y side, not in a bad way, just a little bit heavier, more coverage. I personally like for my skin to look like my skin. Let me go ahead and finish off the rest of the face. I'll do all of my powders, like the powder bronzer, powder blush, mascara, and then we'll go ahead and I guess give my final thoughts and then end this video, which I feel I talked so much in. Okay, my lovelies, I am back. Face is nice and done. No eyeshadow today. I need to get downstairs because these kiddos are not making it easy. I'm pretty sure you're gonna hear some of that in this video, and I'll hear that when I'm editing this video. So, you saw everything else that I put on my face. This Chanel blush, I'm loving it, and I did use it for my wedding. The Refi Beauty lip blush. This is like my favorite right now. Okay, I will link everything I used down below. And real quick, before I give you my final thoughts, let's go into the illuminator on top of powder and see how that goes. I think it's gonna do fairly well, but I just wanna make sure because I do creams on top of powder all the time. So back to my BK Beauty 113, and I feel like you can definitely pick up a lot of pigment, so make sure to tap it before you go in on your face. Oh yeah, see that? So formula is reminding me a lot of, like I said, the Westman Atelier Super Loaded Liquid drops, except in a cream form, and even the way it makes it look like I have, like it's a wet highlight, that wet look. I like it. I like it. I think RCMA did a fabulous job. I'm not disappointed at all. It's also reminding me of the Rose Ink highlighter, which is one of my favorites. Okay, my lovelies, let's talk real quick. Before I jump into the RCMA product thoughts, let's talk about the Kevyn Aucoin Contrast Stick. Formula, fabulous, A+. I honestly have really been enjoying this new formula. You can see from the blush that I have. This was round. It is no longer round. But as far as the contour stick, I wish they would get it right when it came to an actual contouring shade. But other than that, love it. Would I say it's worth the $53? Because that's how much this thing cost. I don't know. Maybe get it during one of Beautylicious sales. $53 is quite a bit of money. I do feel like RCMA is a very underrated brand. I feel like 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago, it was talked a lot about. But with so many new makeup brands coming out, so much amazing makeup out there, it's kind of been put on the back burner and not too many YouTubers talk about them. I do know that Tati Westbrook talked about the foundation, I'm pretty sure it's been a year ago, and she loved it, and I thought maybe that would have brought some more attention to the brand, but I haven't really seen too many people talk about RCMA since. I personally have enjoyed everything that I have purchased from their launches in the last, I want to say it's been 3 years, which isn't a lot. And I enjoy that. I appreciate that because I feel like we are so oversaturated when it comes to makeup that a brand that does focus on launches that are spread out,
It's a breath of fresh air, you know?
and so far everything I have tried from RCMA is beautiful and I enjoy it. And of course, with any makeup product or brand, there are pros and cons, but don't forget about RCMA. If you are on the market for some of the products they have to offer, go check them out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you are somebody who enjoys full coverage, like I mentioned about the foundation and concealer, I think you'll enjoy them. Yeah, so I hope this review helped anyone who's intrigued by these products out. They are a win for me in my book so far. I will keep using these products. You already know that when I have new makeup, you already know that when I receive new makeup that I purchased, I try to at least use it for a couple weeks in a row just so that I can make sure I know exactly how I feel the next time I do mention the product on my channel. Okay, well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea. All the comments, all the likes. If you use my links to shop, it truly does mean the world to me. I was actually pretty excited to receive these in the mail. Probably not a lot of people are actually going to review these. I feel like every single RCMA review within the last 3 years that I have posted, I have gotten comments from people saying like, you are one of the only reviews up on this product. With that being said, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it, and you would definitely help me out in the algorithm of hopefully bringing some new and fresh eyes to my channel. And if you haven't done so already, I would love it if you joined my small YouTube family by clicking the subscribe button. I would love to have you. Hopefully the background for now it's not too much of a distraction. So I will see you all on the next video.